Thank you so much for taking the What's Your Unique Success Archetype quiz. Your quiz report is being created and will hit your email inbox in about 15 minutes or so. But in the meantime, let's talk about your results. My name is Brad Bizjack. I'm a personal development expert, certified high-performance coach who has trained over 70,000 people in the area of maximizing success and fulfillment. And based on the information you shared with me and the little I know about you and your situation, your current unique success archetype is PMTL, or permission to leap. Now, you're in an exciting place with a powerful opportunity to change your life, a business idea, a career change, a fitness regimen, or some idea that could transform your life if you really went all in. But you're not, because PMTLs stay stuck in inconsistency, prioritizing busy work over real results. They dream big, but typically avoid the actions that create change. And even when they take the right steps, they don't stick with them consistently. So you admire other success and know it's possible, but you struggle to believe that success is really possible for you. And there's a reason. The level of action required to change your life is incredibly scary. And because the PMTL archetype craves certainty, they're always looking for the how, constantly seeking validation, second-guessing themselves at every turn. You want a guarantee. This is why your goals seem to evade you year after year, because you set them based on past failures or what other people tell you you should want, whether it's your spouse, your parents, or society. So deep down, you don't have a conviction that your actions will matter, because it's not based on what your heart actually wants. And this causes you to go into a deep state of perfection, either never starting on your dreams because you don't know what they are or how to get there, or you take minimal action because you're so afraid of failure. So you live in a constant state of worry because you've never given yourself permission to take a leap of faith on what your heart really wants. And even though you know in your heart that you are made for more, your life is starting to reflect the very thing you've been trying to avoid all this time: mediocrity. Now, the good news is there's a really simple way for the PMTL to break through this stage and to reach the next levels of success and fulfillment. But traditionally, that involves spending hundreds of hours working with a therapist, or reading countless books, or searching externally for what's already inside of you, and following successful people online hoping to adopt their habits, only to get nowhere, knowing you need to change your life. And even though you care so much, you just don't care in the moment. Now, you may already be doing some of those strategies and they aren't working, which is why you're on this page right now, without the motivation you've been craving, and honestly, the motivation you deserve. But after working with 70,000 people just like you, I started to realize the biggest thing stopping a PMTL archetype is actually quite simple. See, although you have a desire for more in your life, you don't actually know what more means. So you feel directionless, purposeless, lacking courage to go all in, and any idea you have needs validation from other people. And let's be honest, how can you ever expect to go all in on a goal if you don't even know what that goal or dream is that you really, really want in your heart? How can you ever expect consistent motivation and action on what matters if you don't know your purpose and what sets your soul on fire? Because that's what it's going to take to change. Relentless courage, unstoppable motivation, undying passion. Those things overpower any doubt, fear, or worry that stops you in your path. See, over the years, I've realized that when you identify your purpose, all of these challenges go away rather quickly, and you take the bold action you know you should be taking. And identifying your purpose doesn't take a lot of work. In fact, you can find it in just 7 days, with just 30 minutes a day. Now, if you can't invest 30 minutes a day for 7 days to find the purpose of your life and break through this PMTL archetype, then close out this video now, because what I'm about to tell you will require that. But it will change everything for you. I have created a simple 7-day process where you will identify your purpose, get your spark back, and finally start creating the successful, fulfilling life you deserve, regardless of how much is on your plate right now. This process is so powerful that I actually charge $697 on my website right now for this. But because you took time to go through the quiz and you're still watching this video, that means deep down, you're an action taker. And you're someone who's serious about change. So I wanted to make this a no-brainer for you. And I'm gonna reduce the investment to only $47 when you click the button below. But when you leave that page, you'll never see that offer again. So I have to warn you, this process is so powerful that I'm actually gonna give you 30 days to go through it. And if you do the work and haven't identified your purpose in life, I will give you a 100% refund, all of your money back. So you either break through this archetype and reach the next level, or you get your money back. There's literally no way for you to lose out here. So the question you need to ask yourself is $47 worth it to you to finally create the success and fulfillment you deserve and stop the cycle of inconsistency that gets in your way every time you start to try to change your life? How much longer are you going to know you're made for more and not have the results to show for it? And I get it. A common symptom of the PMTL archetype is they're living each day in survival mode, treading water, feeling like you're barely getting by. But that's because the PMTL archetype is wired to crave certainty, knowing that it's gonna be okay before you even start. So you always feel like you should be further along than you are, and you'll be happy when your life changes. But have you ever considered that the reason that's happening is because you're spending so much of your intention and effort on the wrong things? You're using the external world to solve an internal problem. And this will cause you to believe that it's just harder for you and that other people have it easier. And before you know it, you'll live in constant perfection and guilt with everything you do. Perfection followed by guilt all day, feeling restless inside and setting goals you don't even care about because you're basing what's possible in the future on the failures of the past instead of what you want. And this will cause you to feel totally alone, like something's broken about you. And it will impact every part of your life, your parenting, your marriage, your business, career, money, your health, you name it. You'll even start to feel empty with the very things that used to bring you so much joy. Most people, they spend decades lost in a fog, unsure of their purpose. But if you're alive, if you're breathing, that means you too have a purpose, even if you can't see it yet. But in just 7 days, you can clear the uncertainty and step into the success, freedom, and fulfillment you deserve with absolutely nothing to lose. So if anything I mentioned resonates with you and you're ready for change, then click the button below this video, enroll in Life on Purpose, and I'll see you on the inside.